Hey guys, this is Justin. Hello and welcome to another video over here on EcksToo, and I think my clock in the background just died. Kind of some bad timing there. Either way, today we'll be looking at the campaign preview that just released seconds ago for Halo Infinite. I don't usually record videos at this time of day, so I do have my kid with me. Hopefully she agrees. But yeah, I haven't watched this yet. This will be my first impressions. So let's go. The main thing that people are obviously going to be looking at, and by the way, I'll link this down in the description so you can listen to it without me talking if you want, but the main thing I'm going to be looking for, obviously, and that everyone's going to be looking for, is how graphics changed from E3 a couple years ago. Because that was so poorly received, it kind of set the game back years, in terms of a release date anyway. It looks good. Let's just take a second and pause. I'm not in any rush to watch through this once. I think I'm just going to... I missed it again because I was too busy talking. So the main things that I'm looking at here is like foliage density, which seems pretty good. Obviously it falls off a bit as you get further away. Texture quality over distance. I see some nice lighting on these kind of support things. And like just kind of how muddy things look in the distance, and all in all, not bad. It does seem to be a definite improvement from where it was. I see this kind of interesting thing up here. Don't know what that is. Enough. Again, same thing here. It's not blowing me away, but it definitely looks better. I mean, you can even see a little bit like some of the grass pop in as it gets closer. That's over a pretty short distance, so those issues are always going to exist. I'm not sure if that's because it is so ambitious or because they tried to make something that could work on the original Xbox One, but it is what it is. It doesn't look bad. The lighting is beautiful, unsurprisingly. Some wildlife. Very cool. So this is cool. This is something we sort of saw earlier, and I'm seeing these kind of like braces on the Forerunner structure. It looks like the Banished are like drawing energy, which is interesting. They do kind of seem to be the kind of faction who will do whatever they can and like break things to work when they're not supposed to. Excuse me. Here, play with my phone. So yeah. That's kind of cool. I do also notice that this brute is being shocked by his grappling hook, so I imagine that's some sort of upgrade. It's kind of interesting. Again, the shock is there, so that wasn't a one-time thing. Also, I'm noticing like the diversity of brutes. Some of them kind of have a more Halo Reach style to them. Others of them kind of look Halo 3-like. This is cool because this actually kind of reminds me of the place we saw at the campaign with this ship down. So this looks good. The nice kind of like diffused lighting. This looks really nice. Very soft lighting, I guess. Again, a lot of the ground stuff, like if you look too closely at the grass and stuff, it doesn't look great, but I mean, kind of is what it is, you know? Looks great. So AI codenamed the weapon. We kind of already knew that. I'm not going to talk too much about the plot because, to be honest, it's all been leaked. And I've read it, so I don't want to speculate because it's not a... It's an informed speculation, anything I say. I might have made her a little too like innocent looking. So here are these ships that you could always sort of see in the background earlier. Interesting that there seems to be more than one of them, and they do seem to very slowly be moving as well. There's also another something down there. It's cool that you can just call in vehicles. Ooh, that spark effect was a little rough. It's cool that you can just call in vehicles whenever you want. Hopefully you can't just use a wasp for every vehicle, or else that's going to be a little bit boring. Because, you know, in most cases I would take, maybe this is me personally, I would take a wasp over pretty much any other vehicle. It looks like some sort of cannon on top of that thing. So it looks like those are Jackal snipers, but they didn't have a sniper. They have the new Banished beam weapon. I'm not actually sure what it's called. It wasn't actually in the flights, but somebody... So Eshram looks a little better. I like this. This is a really cool terrain here, something we don't usually see in Halo. I like how it's like just a gradual slope downwards. That's one thing that's kind of nice about the bigger map. Not only more options for like gameplay, but when it comes to like the actual map itself, you can kind of have terrain changes take place over a more sort of realistic area. So this is like, this is something that you couldn't get in other Halo games really because of scale. So yeah, a major part of this game is obviously going to be taking down outposts. I wonder how like Far Cry like it's going to be, whether the outposts are going to be fairly unique. I don't like that red hit marker. I don't think it's necessary. I wonder whether the hunters are going to be like Halo 5 style, where they're like mini bosses, or like more like kind of classic Halo style. I hope classic. I think the Halo 5 hunters were a little too kind of like rigid in how they were presented. She's not even doing anything on my phone. She's just like trying to unlock it. It'll be disabled for like 20 minutes by the time this is over. So those like yeah, they're not even in their armor, they're just in their like fatigues. So they were clearly caught a little unaware. I'm a little worried she's going to be a bit too Marvel-like for me, like a bit too naive and silly. I mean, I guess she's... So interesting how that, this is, what's his name? Tremius? He's got a health bar and stuff. All right, let's take a look at this map more closely. There's a lot of details. So we got collectibles, skulls. I'm assuming this is some sort of power-up weapons. Fob Golf. Forward operating base. Okay. So it looks like... I wonder if you can lose the forward operating bases as well. But yeah, you gain a fast travel network. Different targets and stuff. That's pretty cool. I like that. Ransom Keep. Right out, Banished Loyal Sync Healy. So this isn't a base. This is something different. This is just like a depot of some sort. Yeah, so I guess you gotta... Oh yeah, so you destroy these things instead. Oh yeah. That's cool. Hopefully they've got a few different kind of base archetypes that you encounter. I like I always like the light in there, but this one especially, it's just... It looks kind of different from past Halos in a good way. Oh, he's got a spanker. Ooh, okay. So this is a look at some upgrades that we can have. And it does seem like there's... okay, so he's got most of the 4th upgrades available except for a thruster. And I assume that there are more, they're just not showing. So you can see it like the upgrades reduces cooldown, or in terms of the shield, it gives you more capacity. This is a significant power, allowing it to travel further and faster. And then, oh, they flashed that just for a second. Personal cloak effect. Interesting. So I assume that's probably what was going on there with the grapple shot. They had some sort of electricity effect, which I can see being useful. Oh yeah, cool. I like that. Add as much stuff like that for campaign as you want. You don't have to balance it against other people. Nice. I don't like the hit markers. It's something little. It's better than the weird yellow effect they had in the initial preview, but I wish they would just remove it. Oh, that's something I don't like. Something small, but there's a reason. Oh, first of all, look at all those parked UNSC vehicles. So So they talked about how this was some sort of like thing for the, or maybe I read it that it was something for the Banished to repurpose UNSC tech, and we see a bunch of war dogs there. One thing I saw that I don't like, however, is there's no death clone for this thing. So in Halo 3 and I can't remember if you can actually, oh yeah, Halo 2 as well, when you blow up a Phantom, it crashes to the ground. In Halo 4 and Halo 5, when you blow it up, it just explodes, and it's kind of toothless and a little bit lame. And you can see they cut this here because there's no death clone for it. The soldiers are falling out by the look of it, but no actual ship crashing, which is kind of sucky. Not the biggest deal ever, just something that adds a lot to me when you're using like a tank. But it really is only the dropship and other large vehicles that... Alright, I took a break to get her a snack. She started to complain. So I think that scene right there is funny because it was kind of a reference to, I forget what they call the maneuver from Battlefield, jumping out of the airplane, and oh, so he gets it with forget the name of that shit, the spike launch or whatever. Yeah, it's like the Battlefield thing where he shoots the airplane after jumping out with the rocket. Is that Craig? Is that supposed to be Craig? Because I'm pretty sure Craig is one who comes at the drop pod, right? And he definitely looks, I mean, a little bit better. Oh, what is this? Are these... Sorry, she's eating some applesauce. Are they playing with like a guilty spark? They got weapons here. What are those? Are those Forerunner? Oh, he looks cool. Ooh, energy shield? Okay. What the hell is that? She just knocked Master Chief through space-time? It's a better design for Forerunner stuff, I guess. I don't know if she is Forerunner or something else, but... kind of reminds me of the Warden Eternal in a... not a great way, but... Man, the pilot must have put up with so much shit picking up Master Chief when he's doing this BS. It's like, yeah, fly straight down towards the ground. I'm gonna jump out of this Palace of Pain or whatever that was. Good trailer though. It looks great. Much better than the E3 showing. That shroom again. That wasn't an engine. So I'm not gonna talk about that too much. Overall though, I'm excited. Yeah, it looks good. I don't think the story is going to be great. Imogen, can you not put your applesauce all over my computer? I don't think the story is going to be great, but the gameplay looks pretty solid. The graphics look much improved. So overall, it's a good sign for me. I don't think I've got a whole lot else to say. I'll probably be talking about this with Charlie and Corey whenever we do our next live stream together. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Till next time, be safe, have a good one, and may the force be with you.